Lama Jire Zewo Jeno Solong Golo Nezhe Redodonga Zene Shijang Kamsong Korwa Tohone Dondo Lama Pema June Jinong Ayo Pema Hone Zhe Nende Jambe Bum Nyanta Tuje Nyeva Nyedo Jomjo Lama Yishian Sojan Chinong Karjo De Zhe De Da So Si Pen So La Tor Pe Chong Je Chen Bo Don Jo Ka Ter Ji Pe Lama Chen No Song Jo Ye Che Lo Ne Ze She Da Jun Che Pe Man Kang Do Na Do Pe Nyen Ma Sha Wan Zu Ji Gun Chen Te Me Zen Chen No Lon Do Nga Lo Ne Ze She Ka Da Gong Be Zar Qin Zo Na Na Jian Ta Ru Sen Ban Zu Ji Nyame Chowo Ya Sen Jin No Gar Den Lo Je Wu Ne Ze Ye To Nyin Je Nyin Bo Jin Je Cham Sen Ju La Je Wan Zu Ji Zhum Qiu Man Me Do Sum Qian No De Qian Do Je Ye Ne Ze Xie De 当萨金穷这边就个年我塞班主机。家养积淀往所格玛本金农可穷中也能这些，这功德没这马多那生个生叫我自己。个就七别就见见那让难都。那这些，那个别人这把上呢，两到他这些帮助间，接中国嘛能往前能空的也没路那这些。大大公就算这个上了浪就这般主机，年米想把个就钱能得上，也能这些，他这娘们自己就那么老上。你帮助的，这片堂东就不见那做没土的路那这些，你们都不都有准那龙山让我那帮助的。阿杰当巴桑杰杰诺来罗珠，也那这些，这白山了，你那乡那等着说明，家万主杰，马杰拉别中马金。也拉帕山路那这些，当真的是真的去见他们住着人同自己，滚钱都是不从前前能工作，那这些。我那我们个那跑这都是个同自己，接上大热闹同前那说破呢，那这些都接上了，给没住南家人开就。这般主机，见面亲自往不亲能亲你也那这些，没些老爷们把上呢，见着那这般主机，说这都见亲。假是不俺老那这些，太long山间这么大那也能帮上穷自己，白马东我人帮前路的东居没路那这些。大家上公帮他个用手，可能自己。俺们用的就从前那也送着路那这些，那个真正 世界现那刚中浪的节能主角。假设老人讨厌见到所多年，我那这些，若空真心，怕马心难引平年，这能做些。白马卡杰往所前路的前后。那这些，当爱心啊，肉着那帮头年的些帮助节，百年用中来保亲奴随便娘年也那这些。个那么就拉进来，都知道呢，全部都进。真情在为了满前路接走的经历这些。让人去个，让人家来自己上街，这帮助去，这么当着心情来爱的多见多美都能可有人。大容东岸大美娘家，这些个家咱们马街，那么亲奴都见你的人家的那些娃儿心结，他们就投降没在当人。没真的所谓道德，动情他把这老来来，哪个来那老头老家，老马亲奴都见你的，买了东的这把新家。马些所等了把这家，到到姐姐年头怕人，让你啊你的这个，有人读着是别人，老马亲奴都见你的。老妹老那同我心家，年都不做些说说，现在说不那在心家，一辈路江小的不难，那些把都都没过。老马亲奴都见你的，即将归命都过心结，也不能把那份的那来接龙马都不讲呢。没都心结破念的结，如果俺着东汉两个，老马亲奴都见你的，俺上阳来讨我心结，让求着我中央空的。研究等着张扬着急，用天就在没叫上报，去北门大去门那走， Lama Chino Tuji Rando Ngajar Shevara Sinja Tenpong Danzin Gongbo Kondo Samse Tomji Nyamon Berve Setse Tomji Megendreve Tabelamda Sojong Lama Chino Tuji Nyarda Nanzen Zene Chubara Sinja Teme Zangla Gata Mega Senge Zangla Zube Gocha Nyam Tan Tongyang Ninje Seme Yin Song De Sene Dube Lama Chino Tuji Nyada Semjo Chudan Debara Sinje Korwa Nimbo Mela Nimbo Togu Serdu Dindong Lenge Kogu Tsayang Gugu Sesa Medin Jume Juje Aransa Lama Chino Tuji Nyarda Sende Loi Tongwara Sinje Lusen Dongna Tamang Mezot Nindo Dola Meten Hindu Jumne Lumin Son Tongji Gewa Medo Debe Yola Lama Chino Tuji Nyudu Lela Ichi Jewa Sinje Gala Dansen Nina Chosen Nando Nela Tomo Manda Juyin Jutse Semo Niwa Jumin Jutse Ambo Sarji Lama Chino Tuji Nyada Nyamao Do Chumba Sinja Seni Dena Yanda Chube Nanda Ransen Chudama Rdo Yinda Nyamao Kona Yinda Teze Chube Zanda Lama Chino Tuji Nyada Ranjo Ranga Toa Sinja Ranjung Ba Ranga Mato Chube Zozan Chime Nazo Nyama Mege Lela Shuji Gelo Yang Chijang Yang Lam Chino Tuji Nyada Rancho Ranga Toa Sinja Share Soyin Jala Papa Nere Loyin Ranjo Sessa Lama Tinjin Meguranje Chela Tsedong Tanang Chechong Lama Chino Tuji Nyarda Maguranju Tavara Sinja Yanro Semji Sonda Sena Maguninji je Sess1 ju ge jo se lo zang le ju to ma Lama chi no tu ji nya da ye ze chu su ro ra sin je da de du le dong ha tong je yin pin sim je sang je zhe sang sim qiu ji jiang rang du bo zu yin pin da jie yin nu xiao le la ma qi nu tu ji nian de da yin ji wa nu ba ra sin jie san jie ngen na la ma me ra san dam za tun be ga zhen ngang ge rang du ma zong zhe na yi jie zhe jiu na la teo zhen lo la ma qi nu tu ji nian de me ge zhe min pe wa ra sin jie rang sin sang jie yin jiang o ma nam to chu ge yin jiang tu ma ma ju nyu ma yin jiang chu ma ra wa ne lo yin jiang yin la ma qi nu tu ji nian de ra re ra chu wa sin yung min che ba nian ne zhe ma ping ni tam chi ci jin zhe ma ding ni len de lan de ci jin wen ni zhen xi ma ping yin la ma qi nu tu ji nian de yin mi jin bie san ba ra sin jie ngen le nge be nian me tun da ma ze tam jie dong ha jie re dong mi nam jie de be zhe me tu me lun mu ge jiu yin la ma qi nu tu ji nian de qu la ni nu ba ra sin jie dang bo sam jie qu le me ba ta ma zhen zhen ko wang song ta be lo do me ge se jie din dong ni be ma gu dan zha la ma qi nu tu ji nian de tam qin ta re san ba sin jie jiao xie den ne jie wa ra sin jie long me long na dong wa sin jie jie wa nian ne zhen ba ra sin jie le la yi qi jie wa ra sin jie lang la bo qi me ba ra sin jie zhe la zun zhu nu ba ra sin jie jing yin lam de long wa ra sin jie nin bo rang cu te ba ra sin jie ju me me ge jie wa ra sin jie ne la rang yang jia wa ra sin jie rang le ni se ba ra sin jie chen na ye za qu ba ra sin Cheje Sanji Rubara Sinje Savandip Solamarambo Don Budu Tenchin Chije Kame Dolores Ochil Toye Yemen Rebara Sinjelo Savandip Solamarambo Don Budu Tenchin Chije Kame Dolores Ochil Toye Yemen Rebara Sinjelo.
Precious Guru, I supplicate you, kind Dharma Lord, I cry out with longing. Unfortunate I am, I wanna appease you. Bless me that we mingle our minds indivisibly. Homage to all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. Purpose until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Mainam Kadanyam Besimchin Tomche Devadan Deve Jodan Dembar Church Donghadan Dongha Jodan Tavar Church Dongha Mebe Devadan Yeren Chadan Yidan Travel Donyolan Debar Church.
May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness as the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Homage to the Buddha Shakyamuni. You I shall praise, who first awakened the mind of enlightenment, then completed the accumulations of merit and wisdom, and now in this age, through the vast sway of your actions, have become the Lord and Protector of living beings. Homage to you, who having taught the gods, knew the time had come to tame the human world, and descending from the god realm like a great elephant, foresaw the family of your birth, and entered the womb of Maya Devi. Homage to you, Prince of the Shakyas, born after 10 months in the auspicious Lumbini Grove, where Brahma and Indra revered you, your supreme marks proving you were destined to be enlightened. Homage to you, lying among men, in all your youthful vigor, displaying your prowess in the games and at Anga Magadha, where you triumph over the proud contestants, so that not one could stand as your rival. Homage to you, who to comply with the worldly convention and avoid all misdeeds, took on a queen and courtiers, and by acting with such skillful means, so you ruled the kingdom. Homage to you, who saw that samsara is only fertile, renounced the life of a householder, and traveling through the sky, ordained yourself before the Vishuddha Stupa. Homage to you, who intent on persevering till enlightened, for 6 years practiced austerities on the banks of Narayana, and taking diligence to its ultimate perfection, attained the supreme Samadhi. Homage to you, who seeking to make meaningful all your efforts made throughout beginningless time, sat unmoving in the Vajra posture beneath the Bodhi tree in Magadha, and awakened into true Buddhahood, attaining perfect enlightenment. Homage to you, who in your compassion gazed at once upon living beings, then turned the wheel of Dharma in sacred places like Varanasi, and established disciples in the 3 vehicles. Homage to you, who destroyed evil-minded opponents, by defeating the 6 teachers of the Titikas, Devadatta and the rest, as well as the Maras in Varanasi. You are the mighty sage, victorious in battle. Homage to you, who performed great miracles in Shravasti, unmatched in the splendor in all the 3 realms, and through the offering made by gods, humans, and other beings, caused the teachings to prosper and increase. Homage to you, who to spur the lazy on the Dharma, left your body, though immortal and like a Vajra, and passed into Nirvana, in the pure abodes of Kushinagara. Homage to you, who to show what that you had not in reality perished, and so that beings in the future could gain merit, emanated a wealth of relics, and caused your remains to be divided into 8 portions. To the merit of briefly praising in this way the great acts of the Lord, who is master of the teachings, may the actions of all living beings come equal those to the Sugata himself.
Vahadeva Chimba Kepa Chazamva Sheram Bumba Jaserambo Je Kuncho Zambo Lama Ngavamba Sancho Singen Kechinyapa Bahasum Dardan Jambar Zambodan Sanjini Ba Mebju Dorje Ya Concho Yen La Wan Su Dorje Da Je Wan So Nage Wan Tru Ku Dru Jo Tan Ba Nam Ja Da Karma Chame Pema Kunga Tan Chele Wan Jong Shira Drapesha Tan Zeng Tung Dru Tan Zeng Chele Je Karma Nge Dong Tan Barab Jesha Chan Chin Tsa Ju La Ma Tham Je Lo Sur Wan Du Su Sen Je La Du Su.
Lord Avalokiteshvara, Geloma Palmo, Yeshe Sangpo, Dawa Shunu, Penyapa, Jasim Tagyal, Nikpupa, Putendoje Gyal, Sancton Draji Kempo, Sidrowa, Dewa Chenpa, Skola Chusangwa, Shera Bumpa, Gyal Serimpuche, Konchok Sampo, Lama Wawa, Changchup Senge, Kenshin Nyukpapa, Nyukpupa, Sonam Da, Champal Sangpo, Sangi Nyepa, Mikyu Dorje, Konche Kielang, Wangchu Dorje, Choki Wangchuk, Ngagi Wangchuk, Tultu Bugyu, Tempa Namgyal, Karma Chagme, Pema Kunga, Tuili Wangchuk, Sherab Takpa, Tenzing Dudup, Master Tenitrile, Karma Ngedun, Tempa Rabge, and all the root and lineage gurus of great kindness, I supplicate you, please grant me your blessings.
Om Bema Sadhu Samaya Bana Palaya Bema Sadhu Dinaka. Ram Dharadanyam Bandaya Ram Jin Jambanaju Malu San Chin Gunj Gunjurjin Jom Mezan Jom Zela Namalu Jibjin Chinjurbe Jom Den Korjenand Jesu So Dong Som Kun Nyan Baye Mandab Jake Sarji Jeshen Yang Bebelana Yevdervane Yoso Soy Samtarvat Yujin Shabadang Jesu Yeran Kushin Survaye Geva Chonze Dage Chisaba Tam Che Zobe Sanjo Sengo Sen Chenam Je Sambata Lo Ye Seda Che Darva Che Chong Tu Mong Te Ba Ye Chujian Kolo Kordu Su.
May the entire surface of the earth become a pure land free from stones and gravel, even like level palm, and in nature smooth like lapis lazuli. Protector of all sentient beings without exception, Deity who destroys the endless host of Mara, perfect knower of all things without exception, victorious one and retinue, please come to this place. As I offer you these pleasant and white lotus flowers as big as billions of worlds, with 100 petals in their pollen beds, please be seated and be comfortable. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, requesting, and beseeching, I dedicate for the complete enlightenment of all beings. Please turn the wheel of Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both according to disposition and mental capacity of sentient beings.
Nom Ka Dang Nyam Be Sim Chin Tam Chi Nom Chi La Na Me Ba Yang Da Ba Zop San Je Je Gong Pang To Par Sa Te Chi Do Tuk Pa Chin Bi Sojong Na Ne Song Wa Sa Nyam San Chok Cho Do Sim Je Pa Da Je De Sin Cha Re Te Yang Dun Chi Min La Me Je Pe Don Ba Song Wa Ne Ting Min Je Du Na Hin Ne Yin La Je Pe Don Ba Xi Chen Pe Du Su Song Za Dang Deity 특징的三处的心结心别个呢样子，让人你主动把出冲绳就是现在拍把进来这个进来老爷那就当这位样子，让那上下稍微就这高头当东把赢了等就是话赢，这样很就就是话谁当这把南京这不是出刚赢把的，你让就那特色家乡带来门大话东把。出冲那么些找把赢呗，这当然很就是把老son真正中间们呐，这样做不上街那么去你对不起你的，就算吞把食吧呐，对不起食吧，对不起这他们些那这吃完呐，这就把帮头就用这样到把做，做成马日被民头到了上了，是不是推荐去他们些落住这？那样到把做不上去，本来可落就是这不大江西的的，这有拉手办就办呢，刚那路把没把，又让说要玩到的，这不等你送完人的心情他们去了，他报道他们去，那么那报运动的运动可能说在把那大江西大了，那靠当年被心情他们去，马就是运动拼斗把，都这全部可能去。특바 침보 라나메 바 돈돈 바나 랑보 침보 란돈 터센 바나 사와 인돈 럴렌 바나 시바세 바 레뇽제 접바 방만 콜보 NyungNe de pa compagni bana ranga tong ji so to pa khorwe ne le ma tharwa se na da ta ngi da nyu mong ba le na ba tham che se pa na si pa kun do jo ba yong so se pa thom ta pa geve de chu tum ba na yang ta pa ka si pen ching wa tham che je pa na le pa number tro tho number tham chin chin ba yi xin nga we na le pa number tro we shi ra je de da ke shi pa na 강가 지소로베 대빈식 바용 띵띵 지서 제다로베 공홍상 촉심 띵바 예전한 동야와 또 돌와나 심신 탐지제 동제설다 내가 문토랑고 바나 핀바사베 설단 타톡네 랑고 바나 조월사베 설단 세네렌데 장 무게미 바사베 she당 짐제장 바나 네미 바사베 설단 람산 축제 심제 추나 용소 조바사베 설단 레벨라나메 바양다 바조보산 축미 바토바사 나 설단 지게다 오진 산진님 베샤네 게완타 다양다 소와당 득바마르 넘버죠 갭수 설단 득바남절세 대빈식 소정 가사도시 송바 따라 소정과 돈바제 달란신 송와 대다 다게장 심신 탐제제 동당 팬바당 조와라 소바 구바 대다 개설 두다다네 지수산년마 마샤제 바드 인라제 빼돈바 랑네 마냥바 출진도 송와 지원 대예제도.
Now listen with the motivation of bodhicitta set upon supreme awakening and think, having taken the healing and purifying Sojong vows of the great vehicle, I will keep them so that all sentient beings, limitless as space, may attain the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. The observation of the 8 temporary vows of the lesser vehicle referred to as the 8 branches 1 day NyungNe vows, it observed by householders. When these vows are observed while imbued with the intent of bodhicitta in accordance with the Mahayana, they become the discipline of refraining from misdeeds. In this practice, one combines the observance of the temporary vows with the generation stage practice of the Deity yoga of noble Avalokiteshvara, and for this reason, it becomes a yogic practice of the action tantra kriya tantra class of the secret mantra, and a branch of the secret mantra vows. Thus, when one commits to apply one's own mind stream in the manner of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past, and one does not transgress their ways, it called the discipline of vowed restraints, or vow. The following is a brief commentary on the meaningful parts of the text, one by one, beginning with, just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas. Since the perfectly complete Buddhas are those who have proceeded in accordance with the natural state just as it is, they are Tathagatas, thus gone once. Because they have separated from the enemy the 4 maras, they are Arhats, 4 destroyers. And since they have completely perfected the qualities of renunciation and realization, having awakened from the deep sleep of ignorance and having come to understand all noble phenomena, they are perfectly complete Buddhas. For example, when the heavenly steed of a wheel-turning king enters into battle with the enemy, it does so intuitively and without travail. It is willing to forsake its own life in order to protect the king. Likewise, because they show the unmistaken path to liberation and omniscience to all sentient beings, and because they are solely devoted to the purpose of others, the Tathagatas are like heavenly steed. Furthermore, because it is with great compassion that they carry the burdens of benefiting all sentient beings as limitless as space without being asked, and since they also demonstrate the unsurpassed meaning of the Mahayana, they are like a great elephant. Furthermore, having brought their task to completion, they did what had needed to be done. Having completely sought the benefit of others, they have completed this task, abandoning the obscurations of karma and afflictions. They have laid down all the burdens, having achieved nirvana, the state beyond sorrow, and they reach their own goal. Due to eliminating all distorted views, which prevent escape from the samsaric state, and all the afflictive emotions, they have completely destroyed the bonds to existence. By demonstrating the Dharma that is virtues in the beginning, middle, and end, their speech is utterly perfect. Having severed all ties with samsaric existence, their minds are perfectly free, and because they possess a wisdom that knows everything, their wisdom is completely liberated. This describes the qualities that arise in whomever follows the example of the Tathagatas. Thereafter, since the Tathagatas have forsaken concern for themselves in order to show others how to train in the motivation of bodhicitta, it says that they act for the sake of all sentient beings. Because they temporarily establish beings in a higher birth, they benefit them. Because they ultimately establish beings in definite goodness, they liberate them. Because they have purified karmic result of stinginess, it says they eliminate famine. And because they have purified the karmic result of hatred, it says they act to heal beings from illness. Furthermore, the complete perfection of Dharma directed toward awakening accomplished by them is a path, and the definitely realized unsurpassed perfectly complete awakening accomplished by them is a result. Regarding this practice, the second Buddha, Padmasambhava of Odhiyana, had said, "It fully restores soul all virtue and purifies Sojong all negativity without exception. Since it restores virtue and completely purifies negativity, the Tathagata has called this the practice of Sojong. Thus it is said that one should think, I shall take up and keep the Sojong vows properly, and for the sake of all sentient beings I shall benefit them, and thereby liberate them, and so on. Within this intention I shall take up the 8 branches vows and keep them properly and without corruption from this very moment until sunrise tomorrow." Keeping this in mind, one repeats accordingly.
Sobjana yukpe sanje dang,
Joshua Nashupe Sangye Dang,
sanchok semba tamche dang,
Jaksum Sempa Tamche Dang,
jomden de nyami shakje jarbo dang,
Jomden de Nyame Shakya Galpo Dang,
phakpa chine ze wamsuk dala gongso so,
Pakpa Chenrezi Wangchuk Dala Gonsu Sol,
chetar hunje tibjin shikpa,
Disha Dengi Deshichipa,
da chomba yang thakpa zopa sanje,
Da Chompa Yang Dapa Zope Sangye,
da chan shi tabe,
Tacha Shi Tabu,
langbo chenbo,
Lampo Chempo,
sawa sechen,
Jawa Cheshin,
sepa sepa,
Jepa Sepa,
korporwa,
Obuwa,
dage tongji so thopa,
Dagi Zunzi Tuso Topa,
sepa kundo jorwa yongso sepa,
Sipa Kundro Joa Yosu Sepa,
yang thakpe ka,
Yang Tape Ka,
lekpan number trove thok,
Pan Nampa Doe Tuk,
lekpan number trove shirap jin ten namchi,
Lepan Nampa Doe Sherab Che Dechin Nanki,
simchin tamche je tongje setang,
Semchen Tamse Ki Doji Chirdang,
pimbar save setang,
Pempa Chawe Chidang,
drowa save setang,
Dowa Chawe Chidang,
ne mipar save setang,
Ne Nepal Chawe Chidang,
muge mipar save setang,
Muge Mepa Chawe Chidang,
sanchok je soje,
Danku Choriki,
chuna yongso zopar save setang,
Nona Sopa Chawe Chidang,
lana mepa yang thakpa zopa sanchok,
Dana Mepa Yang Dapa Zope Changchuk,
popar save ser,
Dopa Chawe Tir,
Sojong impar langba te binda,
Songge Nepal Lapa Pente Shindu,
da BuNima shi jewe jang,
Dag Me Shigi Be,
tundan zongde,
Duzene Sunte,
gypsy sangnima mashar je pardo,
Jisini Mama Shagi Bardu,
Sojong impar yang thakpa langwar jewo,
Sojong Nepa Yang Dapa Lampa Ji O. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in 10 directions, blessed Lord, peerless King of the Shakyas, and noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant did what had to be done, completed their task, laid down all the burdens, reached their own goal, and completely destroyed the bonds to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose mind are perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all Dharma directed toward awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of Sojong. In the same way, I who am called from now on until sunrise tomorrow shall most definitely and perfectly take up the Sojong vows. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, blessed Lord, peerless King of the Shakyas, and noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. Just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant did what had to be done, completed their tasks, laid down all the burdens, reached their own goal, and completely destroyed the bonds to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose mind are perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, and heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all Dharma directed towards awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of Sojong. In the same way, I who am called from now on until sunrise tomorrow shall most definitely and perfectly take up the Sojong vows.
Dunchamin la je be domba shi, sawa la tsuchum je, yin la je, payu je yin la je, turyuk je yin la, sumna yu pa le tangpo ranchu, ni chu, nam domba. Si pa tsuchum je yin la je ne, domba tamchi je zawa yin ba na, zawa ye shi, za de de men ro wa da jian ta. Je, ta na so kya so do ba, shik so yin che je, so me ju ba dang je, yin je da de zo me, ju ze chen bo, da jian me. Ta na kap gu ba se, kap jik ja ma zin ba, ma lin ba da, yin po mo, ni de den chik pe de wa, dung de nye wa, da jian me, chak sim je, pin sung da wa zang ya, me zi ba na, ma zang ba, yu ba bang ba da, som, rang na, so lam je, yung ding mi ja, yung ding, yu ba zun be, me chu la me zun chen bo, na da jian ta na, go le dan se mo, se yang yin lo war si be, zun man hab, ye yin, ba yu je yin la je ne, tang po ma yin de, da ma ba na ran ju la ba mi dun ju wan chang ge ni ne, an der je, ne tam je, mi shi je, ran yi je, don ba lang ma yang ji ne, me ge, wa don ba, me ge wa, ju ba don ba, gang yang song me nu ba na, do, zhe yin chang dang zhang na, zhang dang xing do, yin pap dang, ju ben chang dang, yin yang xing do da, za wa, so, yin ba si ba, za dong tam je, ban gu ba de yin, dur yuk je yin, yin la sum na rang ni, dom di yin be, zhen ba so we che de, chem na ni be, che dar ju be, ju ba de da, dur na jar si, zep ju zang bo ji so shu be, dur yuk de, chul gek dang zi chi su, jie san ba gong, san bi, ga war dang, fin di, so, che xin bo, lu la go wa, me do dang, ren bo che la su ben, cheng wa, lu la jin ba, si ba, de ma yin ba, na cha dang, do we la su, bang wang ne, yin je rek sum, zi mo da, ye ge je che do, lu je yin la yo wa da, nga ka tam na chok na wa su, bang wang ne, gar je zi mo rek, rek de, gang ge zi, gar je zi mo dang, de yin jo kuk dang, ding jo dang, de ding be nga ka, lo ling ba, bang wang neng ba, so, ro mo bu zhu si ba na, bang wang ne, zi mo rek zi sum, du ma yin be, ni ma, yor pin je, pinche komba dongwa serve chodang jaso dongwa le di ba servar si be sin dang qing yu xing to so za jia nang long me je zhe gang le la ben chen din tun bo rang yi pa ba me we ba da gu dang da ze ge ding na so chen din chen bo la men dog ba le ga ga so ze mo re so dang yin ching so jin je re sum bo chik do zi pe tur yok ge yin la sum de yin la je pe don ban de chi si na sang nian ma sha je pa de ma nian ba sung wa je wo nian ban de Jidu.
The words starting with just as the previous constitute the prayer of taking the 8 temporary vows. These 8 branches are then further divided into the 4 branches of discipline, the single branch of attentiveness, and the 3 branches of subduing discipline. The first branches are the 4 branches of discipline which restrain one's own mind from unwholesome actions. Since these are the roots of all vows, they are known as the 4 roots. They are as follows. The first is to not kill any being. Besides not killing a human being, one should not even kill a louse or its eggs, which also belong to the realm of living beings. The second root is to not steal. Beside not stealing large possessions owned by others, one should not even steal a morsel of food. The third root is to abandon non-celibate conduct. Beside not pursuing the meeting of males and females for enjoyment of sexual intercourse, one should not even look at one another with a lustful mind. The first root is to not speak lies. Beside not telling a great lie, such as falsely proclaiming oneself as having high human qualities, or lying about having qualities on the Buddhism path that one does not have, one should not even fool others jokingly while playing around. The single branch of attentiveness is to abstain from alcohol. If one does not abandon this action, one's mind will become careless. When intoxicated by alcohol, one cannot be aware of every aspect of what to do and what not to do, and one also forgets about the vows one has taken. Due to this, one engages in non-virtuous actions and is therefore unable to keep any one of one's vows. For this reason, one should abandon all intoxicating food and drink, such as alcohol made from fermented grains such as wheat or barley, or alcohol made from honey, flowers, or any other fermented substances, as well as intoxicating fruit or roots. As for the 3 branches of subduing discipline, in order to refresh the recollection of one's vows, one subdues all of one's activities as a lay householder and follows after the excellent conduct of bodhisattvas than one engages in subduing. First, one abandons dressing up and looking attractive, or applying sweet scents like camphor and sandalwood, which are applied with the intention to charm. One abandons adorning one's body with garlands of flowers, jewels, and so on. One abandons earring, bracelet, and so on, which are the 3 kinds of adornments. One abandons moving one's limbs for the sake of frolic and laughter, and one vows to remain silent in various ways, which refers to abandoning the 3 kinds of entertainment: dancing, singing melodiously by elevating and lowering one's voice, and playing instruments such as string instruments or flutes. Second, one abandons eating at inappropriate times and does not consume from noon until sunrise the next day any food such as grains or fruit to quell one's hunger. One may, however, drink liquids such as water and tea to quell the pangs of thirst. Third, one abandons sitting on high and luxury seats. This means not to sit upon any seat higher than 1 cubit, or upon seats bedecked with silks and brocades, or tigers and leopard skin, which are unsuitable for ordinary people. Thus, when the 3 kinds of entertainment, including dancing, and the 3 kinds of adornments such as garlands are considered as 1 branch, these are the 3 branches of subduing discipline. Thus, thinking I shall keep these 8 branches without corruption until sunrise tomorrow, one repeats the following.
Dine sokyu mebzashe.
Dine sukyu mi chashin.
Jinja noryang namebza.
Shingi noya almajingwa.
Chikpe chuja mebjeje.
Dikpe chukya mi cheching.
Zunja chikja memlawo.
Zunki chikya mi awo.
Juna mangpo nye tempe.
Yogi mapo nye tepe.
Changne yongso pangwasa.
Chani yonso pawacha.
Chitin chimto mebzashe.
Diten cheto mi chashin.
Tebyin tama yinpe se.
Deshi duna mi pepche.
Zadan chungwa tangne jin.
Didan te warta niking.
Lotan Karso Pamansa,
Ludan kaso pa wacha.
Jeta Drachon Dadune,
Dita chachong tatuni.
Soku Laso Mizipa,
Sochu laso michepa.
Tetar Soku Laso Pang,
Dita sochi laso pang.
Lami Sanchuk Your Top Shop,
Lame changchong yo poshok.
Nongha Mantuk Simchi Nam,
Duga mantu semchenam.
Sipen Sole Dovarisho.
Si petol doarasho. From now on, I will not kill. I will not steal the belongings of others. I will not engage in sexual activities. I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on a high luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate times. I will not use perfumes, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainment such as song and dance. Just as the Arhats refrained at all times from these actions such as taking the lives of others, so shall I avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of cyclic existence. From now on I will not kill, I will not steal the belongings of others, I will not engage in sexual activities, I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on a high luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate times. I will not use perfumes, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainment such as song and dance. Just as the Arhats refrained at all times from these actions such as taking the lives of others, so shall I avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of cyclic existence. Leg, so,
Dava Chum Ding, Tarsimba, Saveched, Pakpato, Shapa, Parado Simba, Trogan, Bozonles, Chum Namda Gazon de Tusum Jerwas, Etanjeba, Chum Jepumbo, Tamchi, Anjula, Zoparsi Patan, Hinchit, Chum Chavinipa, Tamchi, Tabarsi, Simchi, Manyamba, Sipaso, Pin, the Mata Demba, the Jidu.
in order to develop such discipline to perfection, the dharani of the essence of the six paramitas of the noble Amokkapasha Sutra mentions the numerous benefits of this dharani, such as by reciting this dharani of pure discipline, the entire accumulation of ethical discipline of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the three times will be brought to perfection within one's own mind stream, and all faults of one's previous violation of discipline will be purified, and henceforth one's discipline will not decline. Thus repeat the dharani.
Om Amongashala.
Om Amokashila.
Sambara Sambara.
Sambara Sambara.
Bara Mahashuddha.
Bara Mahashuddha.
Sadopema Babakata.
Tatapema Bibuketa.
Buddha Dara.
Buddha Dara.
Saminta Avalokite.
Samanta Avalokite.
Hong Pei Sofa.
Kumpe Svaha.
Om Amongashala.
Om Amokashila.
Sambara.
Sambara.
Bara Mahashuddha.
Bara Mahashuddha.
Sadopema Babakata.
Satapema Bibuketa.
Buddha Dara.
Buddha Dara.
Saminta Avalokite.
Samanta Avalokite.
Hong Pei Sofa.
Kumpe Svaha.
Om Amongashala.
Om Amokashila.
Sambara.
Sambara.
Bara Mahashuddha.
Bara Mahashuddha.
Sadopema Babakata.
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Buddha Dara.
Buddha Dara.
Saminta Avalokite.
Samanta Avalokite.
Hong Pei Sofa.
Kumpe Svaha.
Om Amongashala Sambara.
Furthermore, when the bodhisattvas of the past perform enlightened actions out of love, having made fervent aspiration throughout the 3 periods of the day and the 3 periods of the night, they enjoyed ease on the path. The path was applied with ease, and they completed the accumulations of many eons. Thus, one repeats the aspirations that completely perfects the paramita of discipline, which has arisen out of an aspiration of love. Jeki tsudin kudmi jing.
Sutrum number Tadang
Sudin napa dadan den.
Lopse Mipe Sutrumja
Nomse mepe tsudin ki.
Sutrum Paro Sendo Sho
Sudin paru jigsaw show. Through flawless discipline in accordance with the rules of conduct, through perfectly pure discipline, and through discipline devoid of arrogance, may I carry the perfection of discipline to completion.
Angum Papa Lutup Jeshane, Sojong Donju, Lalo Yingba, Jipa Peme, Namla Zowa, Je, Sumba Tang, Jomden de Sharju Cup. Na Randong Yibzi Tang Chepan, Hine, Songa, Namjan Sumchat, Wasum, the Flyer to Jeshen. Nini Jungze Nyamba Namjang Jachin Rigya Nalhaneso Chiba Pinyon Padomi Parsonje Deli Jang Chepar Dawa Drumendol Kangyikar Pasam Jime Chapa Java Se Sewa Mangla Chuzele Kangyik Tamchi Narabdan Jikpada Deshiktin Langakpat Chirpeche Nyinchintuna Lapa Chikjipa Tene Dele Sunam Chimpa Song Shipata Huntimba Jipe Se Yunumbo Domba Songwale Tata Sanji Jetemba Tatukpa Kamde Nyinchintjikdo Domba Nachik Songwa Pinyung Cheshin Deya Sanchukje Simje Simba Domba Pinyung Namkata Chebzong Mejen Zokpa Sanji Je Gompar Topan Jola Chepar Tari Je Kapsa Sangha Dorje Tukpa Latang Haj Namjur Samo Dang Rebe Nyamsolamba Tsende Rinzingje Jardang Kuje Jezam Goryam Metsi Jidokle Manja Saja Chimbo Chogang Rup Toparsi Pa Yinbe Gawa Gomshin Detawa Gewa Deyang Yonghowe Jima Tepna Kontroso Jingashi Gese Panjurwa Yinbe Tena Geza Sanchuk Chimbung Howande Jidunzo.
The glorious protector Ayanagarjuna said, "Grant the vows of Sojong to men and women alike, so that they may obtain the pleasing bodies of the gods who act as they wish." Thus, in the past, when Lord Buddha was alive, even those who kept the one-day NyungNe vows a single time with merely a selfish mind were reborn in the god realm of the 33. Since even those who have slightly transgressed the one-day NyungNe vows will be reborn in the god abbots of the four great kings, it is said that the benefit of taking vows are unfallible. Moreover, it is specifically stated in the Moonlap Sutra that the merit of practicing a single precept for a single day and night during an era when the holy Dharma is being destroyed and the teachings of the Sugata are coming to an end is far greater to making offerings to millions of Buddhas for inconceivable eons. Thus, it is of greater benefit to keep a single vow for a single day during the final times of the present Buddha's teachings than it would have been to keep vows for a long time during former times when the teachings flourished. Furthermore, the benefits of taking vows with a mind of bodhichitta are immeasurable, like space, and will lead to the attainment of the state of complete Buddhahood. In particular, in the present context, by engaging in this practice in relation to a deity of the secret mantra Vajrayana and the profound yogas of Mantrayana, one will join the ranks of the Vidyadharas in this very life, and however long it may take, it will not take more than 60 lifetimes to obtain the supreme siddhi of Mahamudra. Thus rejoice. However, if you do not seal such virtues in the end with dedication, they can become exhausted through various conditions such as anger. Therefore, please dedicate these roots of virtue towards great awakening by repeating the following. Page 11, the Yellow Book. By this merit may I attain omniscient, having defeated the enemies, my wrongdoings, may I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death.
Sanje chuda chojen chona na sancho pada dane jasum che nage jen sa jen besana Dola Pensa Sanje Dabasho.
In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Om Soba Vashuddha Soba Dhamma Soba Vashuddha Jana Tom Je Domba Jo Domba Ngale Ren Chen Je Sanye Tam Je Yonzo Be Yarme Kamba Ye Wa Dāni tōjī chīmbō nāmbar sārvē tōgāna ālē dāvē chīngō yē tēndārē bārjō tēnē dōnjē nāngā nē rēn chīn tē dān chū jīn chō Bancha da din te te da ve chen go je pe te rang tu ge shi ye le wen zhe pa de la ma da tao je chen bo ye me da re ye san je san san je Orva chinda yoga jo Sanje tam chindu pe Go dor jin zimbe ngova nye Goncho sum je tsava De lama nam da sam tsalo Sum deva shiva chuje go do simje nam la jineze nam kata ve chape chuje sa zege pa mela sam chalo janje magu kumda Zo san je je la je Tao je jin jin do la Ve jin re ze la sam za lo Che ge nam ka yin do ye me Ya zo gon ja zong yin dong so so Tabdan shiran cholang ani Bere nga deva shelo samsalo Dage nyinge sao Len chupe me to do buddha Ma me che cha sharzi Son zi pe la ma nam jen shu.
Om Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddham. All phenomena become void. From within the state of emptiness, upon a precious ground appears a lovely boundless palace, complete with all the perfect attributes, within which I vividly appear as a great compassionate one. Arising from a Buddhist cut, my heart is marked with the syllable Shri. From the Shri at my heart, light rays radiate and invite the glorious Guru, who is indivisible from the great compassionate one. Surrounded by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the four families, he appears in space in front of me and sits upon a moon disk resting on a 1,000-petal lotus flower, which sits upon a jewel throne. Homage to the Gurus, O embodied Buddhas, whose essence is the Vajra holder and who are the root of the three jewels. Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dhammakaya of all the bliskan ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the 6 realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the 5 families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space-like Dhammakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like.
Om Bada Bhubea Ho, Om Bada Dubea Ho, Om Bada Alogea, Zangende Aho, Om Bada Nevedea, Om Bada Shada.
O Vajra holder and others please heed me. With heart for regret I confess all transgressions of the 3 kinds of vows which I have committed while overpowered by ignorance. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue and I supplicate you to tend the wheel of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be without happiness. May they abide on a great equanimity.
Om Soba Vashuddha Soba Dhamma Soba Vashuddha Om Shanyata Jana Benda Soba Emakowa Zonda Zimbe Duba Chunam Tam Che Domba Che Tengan Lepema Ole Dove Nyagave Tendera 同心真的是一辈嘛，那三东八瓦生前就来阳得了家就当下把大文出呗，所居三界三那本能法也。给这年了白马，那是当结巴用着了。当年爸爸亲人，日公多卡波浪草间，就这小姐自家个也样嘛的的。用我的灯马也开心，叫我那些家见的灯出家那不能，见什切子出年见的灯那些家呢，马不走都灯吧。你金邦个杰南巴萨，在为萨杰当宝，你头个他家也你别，让陈孙本出去，日本可老咱把的，用的你别白马。当孙白切罗耶巴耶，那比用孙人巴，哦得拉萨那个家的，个就早年出去，在得到东朝上南去，得到今日定吧。哦，那若人间见将心，个头那么用吧，那热的吧白用个吧，卡西日记上头，今日用大街就办在，我在个不错。就得土个的味道，谁也个不是，就不打烂那今日子，可当起不进。
Shuddha Sava Dhamma Svabhava Shuddhoham Om Shunyata Jnana Vajra Svabhava Atma Koham. All phenomena that are subsumed under perceiver and perceived become empty. From within this state, the nature of my mind appears as a white tree upon a lotus and moon disk. From it light streams forth and fulfills the purpose of sentient being. The light then gathered back into the tree, which transformed into a golden lotus marked with a tree. From the tree, light emanates once again in the form of hooks and lassos that invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. They dissolve into the lotus and tree, and instantly transform into myself, appearing as a noble Avalokiteshvara, My body is youthful white in color with 11 faces. Their main face is white, their right face is green, and their left face is red. Above them the middle face is green, their right face is red, and their left face is white. Above them the middle face is red, their right face is white, and their left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black wrathful face with 3 eyes, bare fangs, and a menacing frowning grimace. Above it is a red peaceful face with a crown protrusion, and adorned visible from the neck up. Of my 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at my heart. Below it the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus. The third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. My remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. I am adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and am wearing an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over my left breast. My lower garment is made from Benares. My crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and I emit rays of white light. At my heart upon a moon disk is the white letter Shri, whose light rays invite Avalokiteshvara and his retinue from the pure land of Potala.
Om Banda Gama Ho, Om Bada Badena Ho, Om Bada Pipia, Om Bada Dubea Ho, Om Bada Aloga, Om Bada Gidea Ho, Om Bada Neveda, Om Bada Shada Ho. toga denge samba ye gabo le undu jana toje chimbe koja a chundu la tembaje.
Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untended by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Jahum Bam Ho, we merge inseparably, and my three places become marked with the syllables Om Ahum. Again light radiates from the Sri Atma heart, which causes the five Tathagatas to come here. From their hearts emanate the four mothers, holding promote the wisdom nectar, which they use to bestow empowerment directly upon me. The nectar overflows and transforms into the essence of the Guru, appearing as Amitabha at my crown, Akshobhya at my forehead, Ratnasambhava beyond my right ear, Amoka Siddhi beyond my left ear, and Vairochana at the nape of my neck. Thus I am crowned by the Lord of the five families. At my heart upon a lotus and moves in the essence of the wisdom being, the great compassionate one. He is the size of a thumb joint, and at his heart is the samadhi being, appearing as a white letter she. From it light issues forth and purifies the obscurations of all beings, and they all transform into the compassionate one. The light then returns and dissolves back into the sheet.
dere 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 de edere doli doli ba kusume kusuma vara le mele zundola ma noeso Yodo dere 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 doli doli ba kusume kusuma vara le mele zundola ma noeso Yadavum dara 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 doli doli ba kusume kusuma lemele zundula manaeso Yadavum dara 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 doli doli ba kusume kusuma lemele zundula manaeso Yada dara 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 doli doli ba kusume kusuma lemele zundula manaeso Yada dara 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 doli doli ba kusume kusuma lemele zundula manaeso Yodom dara 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 doli doli ba kusume kusuma lemele zundula manaeso Yodom dara 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 doli ba kusume kusuma lemele zundula ma Lava mani bimehur amani bimehur amani bimehur amani bimehur Mani pime ora, oh mani pime ora, oh mani pime ora, mani pime ora, mani pime Mani pimana 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 Oh mani pimana mani pimana mani Oh mani pimana mani pimana mani pimana Oh mani pimana mani pimana mani Mani pimana mani pimana mani pimana mani pimana Oh mani pimana 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 Oh mani pimana mani pimana Oh mani pimana hore Om Soba Vashada Savadama Soba Vashada Jana Dham Jedomba Jade Ngale Ranye Taga Shele Dhamya Dun Dun Chuna Shavale Ran Chen Le De Jaye Kan Chubje Gobje Dembevu Ran Chen Che Dan Dave Den No Tu Be Mandab Jeje Deva Shile Ranja Tu Je Chenpo Nambaza Narbo Shut Kumdo Karbo Lanzo Ju Je Sha Je Sa Yaga Ye Jan Yu Ma De ten wu jan ye ma yung ga wa, te ten wu ma ye ka, jen yung ja wa na xie jia jin, te ten chou jia na bu, ne jin sum che ze chou nye jin, te ten na xie jia, ne ma bu tu dur den ba ni, jen ba gur jin na ba, so zo vi so jie tang bu ni, to ga to jie ni, zham chen sun ben che jin ze, ye ben ku lu zhen ba, te yung jin ni be be ma dang, sun be ji lu ye ba, ye do ye yung sun zhen ba wu, te la san ni gu jia, da gu jia zan yin chu jin ze, te da dong che san na, yin te de jin re den ba wu, nor we ren qin jin chang, yin gu du na ma yung ba ne, ra da ba be yang ga, ba ga xie re jie xiang ta jin, ye wang tar jie ju bin, ren wo ze ka bon chou war jie, dan de shi le ba, me ma bo ten zhen sa jia jin, xia de hong le me jiu, ba ngu bo san nong sa jia jin, la re zhang le ren jiao, ne se bon chu jin sa jia jin, na de hong le nam na, de gar bo san jiong qiu ge ce, san de le tong de, ne jian ke jia jin sa jia jin, gen jia ren qin jin din, jian ne sum qian be sa wu le, an zhe xie san ba, na jin zhang tan ba ni me jie.
Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddhoham. All phenomena become void. From within this state, from the Shri at my heart, emanates the letter broom, which travels to the space in front of me. The broom then melts and transforms into a palace of jewels, square with 4 doors. Inside is a jewel throne and a moon disk upon which is a multicolored 8-petal lotus. At its center is the Shri, which transforms into the great compassionate one, crystal clear resembling myself. His body is youthful white in color with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black wrathful face with 3 eyes, with fangs and a menacing frowning grimace. Above it is a red peaceful face with a crown protrusion. An adorn is visible from the neck up. Of his 8 main hands, the first two on top are folded in prayer at his heart. Below it, the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. His remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. He is adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and wears an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over his left breast. The lower garment is made from Benares. The crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and he emits rays of white light. Above, a tree transforms into red Amitabha, his hands in the gesture of Samadhi. In the east, Ahum transforms into blue Akshobhya, his hands in the earth-touching gesture. In the south, Atram transforms into yellow Ratna Sambhava, his hands in the gesture of supreme giving. In the west, an Om transforms into white Vairochana in the aspect of supreme awakening. In the north, an A transforms into green Amoka Siddhi with his hands in the gesture of granting protection. All of them are adorned with jewels, and the 3 places are marked with the 3 seed syllables. The light radiating from the 3 syllables invites the wisdom beings who dissolve into him. Thus we merge non-dually. Homage to the Gurus, who embody all Buddhas, whose essence in the Vajra holder and who are the root of the 3 jewels. Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dhammakaya of all the bliskan ones of the 3 times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the 6 realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugata of the five families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space like Dhammakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like form. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like.
Om Banda Bube Om Banda Dube Om Banda Aluke Om Banda Ginde Om Banda Neveda Om Banda Shuddha
Vaja older than others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret I confess all transgressions of the three kinds of vows which I have committed while overpowered by the three poisons. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue and I supplicate you to tend the will of Dhamma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. Their ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. By visualizing it as a Buddha, women offer it. May all beings enjoy the perfect purity of this realm. Having offered this excellent and pleasing mandala, may we experience no obstacles on the path to awakening. May we realize the enlightened mind of the Sugatas of the fire 3 times. May we neither stray into samsara nor rest in nirvana's peace. May all beings limitless as the sky is vast become liberated. Streams of pramodal wisdom and nectar descend from the fingers of myself, and the great compassion at one in front, filling the vase completely.
Namoranadaya Namayajana Saguru Berotana Varandaya Tathagataya Araharte Samyo Sambuddhaya Namma Sarva Tathagatebe Ardebe Samyo Sambuddhebe Namaya Avalokiteshvara Shoraya Buddhisatoya Masuduya Makaranakaya Ayata Dara 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 Adavati Doli Dole Pratale Pratale Kusuma Kusuma Varele Millet Dendol Nabana Sova Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yadom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yadom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yodom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yodom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yodom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yodom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yodom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Yodom Duru 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 Duli Duli Ba Duli Ba Kusame Kusuma Lemele Chitendol Napanaye Sova Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Amani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme Hum Om Mani Padme
Then I, the deity wisdom being dissolved into the main deity in front, above my crown whose geloma palmo, who supplicate the noble one on my behalf.
Jagada aya Avalokiteshvara ya becha shire nade dora nama buke Abachine Sess1 solo geloma palmutu bashi sawa.
In the English language, Geloma Padmos prays to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara.
jitin gun bola sam, lon jitin lama sipa sim jatub, o loy zu dudan sombe tub, o tupe janjo tupe tupan zeb, o jitin sim jin gumbo chola sam, lo dirshi pa me kude kunan zem, o dirshi na toye vijin sep, o sayen che je da che gun sep, o sayung sirji pime nambar jim, o che jin ra ben chwa ma san chub, o shari ji pa da ta wen zip, o chin ji pe man cho da san ram, o kawa dung da nong ko chini dim, a chime a chama te tsam be zip, o zipi zi che mar pi jim, o pe man to da san nga wa ship, o tungu tunji du da di ji yum, o rin chi man ba pum pa ni na jim, o lu man chub dra sub dra jam shi yum, da ra da pa pa na ma yum ba ka, o ni cha du ki jin ji na cha, o chi ma me ba pe man cho la ne, o ti wing ne pi me da da jam, o sir je ka ran cho la no ba te, o to zu chi pe ra zo shan tan zin, o tu pe jin ja so jin pa ra sam, o cho ni su na ma bo ni wa sa, o to tu te wen ju ne ka ne se, o sun ta zi jin kar ju chi pa tu, o lu jin cho te tu pong cho le jar, ya si ji kan tu tra ye sha ye hong, o tsam pe ne sa ye wen pa zep, o ngan pa tu cho la je te ta ship, o yang zo nye a sa xin ten pa nye, o mi so da chen so le dur, o kan ye ta tu turan la ne ku, ye jin zi ji han po ye la sin, ye tu ben cha ta ta cha sa wa de, na te ne chi pa ne pi me yin, rong chi wa da ta ma hong chi wa tan, ten je ten la na ga pa kan da, ya om je ten gu po la sam, lan jik ten na ma si pa sim je te, o lo ye zu du dan sam pe tu, o tu pe jan ju tu pe tu pan se, o jik ten sim jin gu po cho la sam, lo di shi pa me gu te kun san sem, o di shi na ta ye ve jin sip, o sa yen chi je da che kun se, o sa yung si ji pi me na par jim, o che jen ra pen chong ma sin chup, o sha ri ji pa da ta wen zip, o chin ji pe ma cho da sa yen yang, o ka wa dong da nong ko ching e dim, o chi me a cha ma te tsam ben zip, o zi pi a zi cha ri ma pi jim, o pe men so da sa na nga sip, o tung ka chi jin do da ten yin yun, o rin chi ma pa pu ma ni na jin, o lo men cha dar sab dar jam yin yun, o ri da pa pa na ma yun pa kap, o ni ja du ki jin jin na cha, o chi ma me pa pe men cho la ne, o ti wing ne pi me do dar jam, o se je ka ran cho la no ve te, o to zu chi pe ra zo chan tam zin, o tu pe jin jan sa jin pa ra san, o cha ni su na ma bo ni wa sa, a ta tu te wen ju ne ga ne se, o sun ta zi jin ka ji ji pa dun, o li jin ju de tu pong cho le jar, o si ji ka tu tra ye sha ye hong, o tsam pe ne sa ye ma de, o ngan pe tu tra la ji ti tar ship, a yang za nye a sa xin ten pa nye, o mi so da chen so le dur, o kan ye da tu tu ran la ne ku, ye jin su jo bo ye lo sun ye tu ben cho da da jo so wa tu na te ne chi bo ne pi min ro ji o da da ma je a tan dan je ten la na ga ba kan ra ya ji den go bo la sam ji den la se ba sum je tu wo la ye zo du da sam be du wo tu be jan ya tu be zhe ban ze wo ji di sum jian gu mo jo la sam lo de shi ba me ge ze gun zan zan ya de shi na wan ta ye u jin se wo sa yin chu ji da zhe gong se wo san yong si ji bi me nan bar jin wo zhi jian ra ben cheng wan ma san ji wo xia ri ji ba da da wen zi wo jin ji ba man jia do san yang yang wo ka wa dong da nam ga zheng yin din wo zhi me a jian ma sai cong me zi wo zi bi o zi jia ri ma bi jin wo bei man cao da san ning a xie wo dong ga zhi jin du da di yin yun wo ren qi ma ma bu wan ni ne jin wo lo man xiao de me ma lo man xiao de sab de jiang xian yu pa zhe da pa ben na ma yong ba ka o ni jiu du gu jin jin no chong o zhi ma mi ba pe men chou la ne o ti wing ne bi men du dan jiang pa se je ke ran chou la no we zhe o do zu zhi be ro zo xiong dong zi a tu be jin jiang cao qin pa er san an qiao ni su na ma bo ni wa sa o da du de wen ju ne ga ne se o sun dang zi jin ke ju ju ba den o lu jin chou de du bong chou le jia o si ji gang de zhe xie yong o cang be ne zi ye wen ba ze o ngen be zhi zha la qi zhi de xi o yang zhe nian a san yin de ba nian o wu mi cao da juan zi le zhe wu mi cao da juan zi le zhe o kan yi do de tu rong long ne ku ye jin ne zi jia bo ya la sen ye tu bian chou de da jiao sa wa de na te ne ji ba ne pi min rong ji wo de de ma hong jie wa tan dan je ten na na ga ba kan zhe ya hom ji ting gu bo la sam lo ji ting la ma se ba sum je tu o la ye zo du dan sam be du o tu be jin jia ba tu be jin pa ra sam o qiao ni su na ma bo ni wa sa tu be jian qiao tu be zhe ban ze o ji ting sum jian gu bo qiao la san lo di shi pa mi ge de gun zang ze o di shi na wan ta ye u jin se o san qu jie de zhe gong se o san yong si ji bi me nan bar jin o zhi jian ra ben cheng wan ma san jie o xia ri ji ba da dan zi o jin jie pe man qiao de san yang o ka wa dong da nong ga zheng yin din o zhi me a jian ma dai cang ben zi o zi be zi jia ri ma bi yin zi be zi jia ri ma bi jin o bei man cao da san ning a xie o dong ge zhu jian du da di yin yun o ren qi mang ba bu ma ni ne jin o lo men qiao de sab de jiao xin yun o zhe da ba ben na ma yong ba ka o ni jiao du gu jin jin no chong o zhi ma mi ba pe men qiao la ne o ti wing ne bi me du de jiang o si ji ge ran qiao la no zhe o tu zu zhi be ru zo xiang dang zi o tu be jin jiao cao qin pa er san o qiao ni su na ma bo ni wa sa O Tadu Divinjune Gane Sera, O Sundan Ziji Kuju Jibadum, all the Jinchu the Bon Kongaja, Jinchu the Bon Kongaja, O Siji Kundu Joyisha, O Tambene Saji Banda, O Nambu Jola O Yonzo Nya Sanyi Dimbanya, O Mi Todo Chuzulu, O Kayita the Turan Ye Jiniz Jabo Yellow Sin, Ye Tube Joda Dojo Sati, Natene Chiba Nipimin, Non Chiwanda Damon Jivatam.
Om I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama wish granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate. Noble body containing all these kinds, ones you crowns adore with the Buddha boundless light, you generous stars used to hungry, ghosts you left hands adorned with a gold lotus, you perfumed hair flashes with lighting bound up, like red gold garlands, how your face is beautiful, shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smelling bodies white as a snowing coat, your hotly greeting. Pearls you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn, you had sped like perfect lotuses, ranged on a steel lake, you sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. You last praises covered by antelope, high and beautified by funny wrist bracelets, anklets. You are bowed on a pristinely pure, to send your belly smooth as a lotus petal. You sublime gold berries studded with fine gems from your hips, that garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha Gandhi. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime, lower realms liberate us of the light. You dispel legend, disease, you are supreme, among beings, victor of Amaras. Holds golden necks and you beautify your feet. You for boundless set seek you beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as swan. Doctrines keeper all accumulations, dan savor from the oceans of milk and water. Man or woman, if you rise each day, dan devote your mind with respect to Chenrezig, and you praise him with his excellent pure song, recite clearly and purely, then all of you worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives. Om I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama wish granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate. Noble body containing all bliss gone, ones you crowns adorned with a Buddha boundless light. You generous stars used to hungry, ghosts you left suns adorned with a gold lotus. You perfume hair flashes with lighting bound up, like red gold garlands, how your face is beautiful, shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smelling bodies white as a snowing coat, your hopefully greeting. Pearls you are draped in radiance like the red of dawn. You had sped like perfect lotuses, ranged on a steel lake, you sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Viewless blood is covered by antelope. Hide beautified by fine earrings, bracelets, anklets. You are Madonna, pristinely pure. Tooth and your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold berry studded with fine gems from your hips, straight garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering was married, you reach the sublime. Lower realms liberate us of the light. You dispel legend, disease, you are supreme. Among beings, victor over Maras. Holds golden extending you beautify your feet. You for boundless static, you beings in peace, dignify like elephant, graceful as one. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Then savor from the oceans of milk and water. Man or woman, if you rise each day at then devote your mind with respect to Chen Rezik, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives. I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama, wish granting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all this God. Once your crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you generous stars used to hungry ghost, you left hands adorned with a gold lotus. You perfume hair flashes with lighting bound up like red gold garlands. How your face is beautiful, shining full moon, and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite you mesmerizing bodies. White as a snowing coat, your hotly greeting. Pearls you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn. You had sped like perfect lotus Susan. Ranged on a steel lake, you sting like the atom. Clouds, many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. You left spreads is covered by antelope. Hide beautified by fine earrings, bracelets, anklets. You are Madonna, pristinely pure. Tooth and your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold berry studded with fine gems from your hips, red garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast marriage, you reach the sublime lower realms, liberate us of the light. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Maras. Holds golden nectar, dignity beautify your feet. You for boundless static, you beings in peace, dignify like elephant, graceful as one. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Then savor from the oceans of milk and water. Man or woman, if you rise each day, then devote your mind with respect to Chen Rezik, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives.
Bema Sodo Somaya, Mana Balaya, Bema Sodo Tenoba, Tiranado Meba, Sudukayan, Sabaja Mamba, Honorado Meba, Swasude Meba, Doso Akamaz, Damchian Koro, Ha 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 Ho, Bangave, Swadota, Bema Membeza, Bema Bama, Samaya Swado, I Damba Tenza, Yoraneb. Da sun ro na san jo sam jiang xian xie la sun zhe ten zhen ra ne kun chin shira tobar senjelo.
Oh, please grant your blessing that the teachings and the holders of the teachings will remain for a long time, and that myself and all sentient beings may train in bodhichitta. Grant your blessing that we may fully attain the union of shamatha and vipassana, and that we may perfectly realize omniscient wisdom.
Om soba vashada sodama soba vashada Om Vahom Gado Chirana Na Panzo Dembe Dormande Baba Jire Zeva Tanjava Sejenam Lambu.
This Toma endowed with perfect color, order, taste, and potency, I offer to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas.
Agar moga swadharmana adedben atudo om ahom beso. Om agar moga swadharmana adedben adud om ahom beso. Om agar moga swadharmana adedben adud om ahom beso. Om lokeshvara sapare Edam balenda kaga kaya Om lokeshvara sabare vara Edam balenda kaga kaya Om lokeshvara sabare vara Edam balenda kaga kaya Ye shen je adon atom je Re zan lo sang ajar me bada Nian je xie xian lama lag Dan jin re zi je dong zi luang ne xiu Sang qiu sen ne ren bo Je ma qi ba nam qi jir qi Je ba nian ba me ba Ya gong ne gong de pe wa xiu.
In this and all my future lives, may I be born in a good family, and may I be endowed with a clear intellect free from pride, and may I have great compassion and devotion to the Guru. May my samaya with generous wick remain firm. May bodhichitta, the presence and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
La zhe jen de zhe jen je zhe sorve Lo ve zhen ye zhe ma ra sa Ne zhe zhe ku sa Nian be zha xie xiu
By offering a bath with scented streams of nectar to the protector of Avalokiteshvara, a lamp for wandering beings, may all defilements and the two kinds of obscurations of all beings be completely purified, and may there be the auspiciousness for all beings to achieve the stainless-free kayas.
Jom den do lo gong so so do jo sen go wan je be dan zan me sang han yang da zong zhe chung so zi ba so
Exalted Lord, please heed me. I request you to forgive my lack of clarity in meditation, corrupted mantra recitations, and impure activities regarding cleanliness, all of which I have committed while controlled by lethargy and agitation.
Om Bema Soto Samaya Manapalaya Bema Soto Dinoba Didando Meva Sudukaya Meva Subhajaya Meva Sawasiti Meba Yando Sawakama Sudame Sudam Shirang Guru Ahaha Ho Bangavan Sawadada Pima Mamen Pima Bama Samaya Sadowa O Mane Pime On Anjan Kom Papa Yo Yege Toma Sunjebe Sane Pape Durje Ye Truze Jebsam Da Jerje Layan Chevotembarju.
In the space before me, the exalted noble one, who was born from the 6 syllables, he bathes me with the nectar that flows from his fingers, which purify the 3 obscuration. The deity then dissolve into my crown. Dedication from Shantideva, The Way of the Bodhisattvas, page 61. By all the virtue I have now amassed, by composition of this book, which speaks of entry to the Bodhisattva way, may every being tread the path to Buddhahood. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their minds and bodies have, by virtue of my merit, joy and happiness in boundless measure. As long as they may linger in samsara, may the present joy know no decline, and may the taste of unsurpassed beatitude in constant and unbroken continuity. Throughout the spheres and reaches of the world, in hellish states, wherever they may be, may beings fettered there, tormented, taste the bliss and peace of Sukhavati. May those caught in the freezing ice be warmed, and from the massing clouds of Bodhisattvas' prayers may torrents rain in boundless streams to cool those burning in ephemeral fire. May forests where the leaves are blades and swords become sweet groves and pleasant woodland glades, and may the trees of miracle appear, supplanting those upon the hill of Shalmali. And may the very pits of hell be sweet with fragrant pools, all perfumed with the scent of lotuses, be lovely with the cries of swan and goose, and waterfowl so pleasing to the ear. May fiery coals turn into heaps of jewels, the burning ground become a crystal floor, their crashing hills celestial abodes, adorned with offerings the dwelling place of Buddhas. May the hail of lava, fiery stones and weapons henceforth become a rain of blossoms. May those whose hell is to fight and wood be turned to lovers offering the flowers. And as, engulfed in fiery Vaitarani, the flesh destroyed, the bones bleached white as Akunda flowers, may they, through all my merit strength, have godlike forms, and sport with Dagadasas in Mandakini's peaceful streams. What fear is it, they ask, that grips the henchmen of the deadly lord, the frightful vulture and the carrion crows? What noble strength is it that brings us joy and drives away our dreadful night? And looking skyward, they will see the shining form of Vajrapani. Then may their sins be quenched in joy, and may they go to him. And when they see the seething lava flood of hell extinguished in a rain of blossoms, drenched in scented water, at once, fulfilled in bliss, they'll ask, how can this be? And thus the densities of hell will see the one who holds the lotus. Friends, throw away your fears and quickly gather here. For who is it who comes to banish dread, this youth with bound-up gleaming hair, this loving bodhisattva saving and protecting every being, whose power relieves all pain, increasing joy? Do you see the splendor of his house that echoes praises of 1,000 goddesses, the 100 gods who lay their diadems before his lotus feet, the rain of flowers falling on his head, his eyes moist with compassion. Thus may those in hell cry out on seeing Manjughosha. And likewise, when through these my roots of virtue they see the joyful clouds let fall the cooling scented rain, their obscurations cleansed by bodhisattvas like Samantabhadra, may all those languishing in hell come now to perfect happiness. And may the stooping animals be freed from fear of being preyed upon each other's food, and may the famished spirits have such joy as those who dwell within the northern continent. And may they be replete and satisfied by streams of milk that pour from noble Lord Avalokiteshvara's hand, and bathing in it may they be refreshed and cool. And may the blind receive the sight, and may the deaf begin to hear, and women near the time bring forth like Maya Devi, free from any pain. And may the naked now be clothed, and all the hungry eat their fill, and may those parched with thirst receive pure waters and delicious drink. May the poor and destitute find wealth, the haggard and the careworn joy. May confidence relieve those in despair and bring them steadfastness and every excellence. May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. May those who go in dread have no more fear. May captives be unchained and now set free. And may the weak receive the strength. May living beings help each other in kindness. May travelers upon the road find happiness no matter where they go, and may they gain without the need of toil the goals on which they set their hearts. May those who put to sea in boat or ship attain the ports that they desire, and may they safely come to shore in swift reunion with their kith and kin. May those who lose their way and stray in misery find fellow travelers, and safe from the threat of thieves and savage beasts, be tireless, their journey light. May children and the old, the weak, protectless, bewildered in the wild and pathless waste, and those whose mind are dulled and all who are insane have pure celestial beings and their guardians. May all attain the human state and be possessed of wisdom, faith, and love. With perfect livelihood and sustenance may they have mindfulness throughout their lives. May everyone have unrestricted wealth, just like the treasury of space, enjoying it according to their wish, without a trace of harm or enmity. May beings destitute of splendor become magnificent and bright, and those worn down by toil and drudgery acquire great beauty and perfection. May all the women in this world attain the strength of Tara, and may the lowly come to excellence, the proud and haughty lose their arrogance. And thus by the merit I have gained, may every being living none aside abandon all the evil ways, embracing goodness now and evermore. From bodhicitta may they never separate, and constantly engage in bodhisattva deeds, and may they be accepted as disciples by the Buddhas and turn aside from what is Mara's work. And may these beings, each and every one, enjoy an unsurpassed longevity, living always in contentment. May the very name of death be strange to them. On every side, in all the 10 directions, may groves of wish-fulfilling trees abound, resounding with the sweetness of the teachings spoken by the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas' children. And may the earth be awesome everywhere, free from boulders, cliffs, and castles, flat and even like a level palm, and smooth like lapis lazuli. And for many circles of disciples, may multitude of bodhisattvas rise in every land, adorning them with every excellence. From bird song and the signing of the trees, from shafts of light and from the sky itself, may living beings, each and every one, perceive the constant sound of Dharma. May they come into the presence of the Buddhas and meet with bodhisattvas, offsprings of the same. With clouds of offerings unbounded, may the teachers of the world be worshipped. May kindly spirits bring the rains on time for harvest to be rich and plentiful. May princes rule according to the truth. May the world be blessed with all prosperity. May medicines be strong and full of virtue. May healing spells be chanted with success. May spirits of the air that feed on flesh be kind, their minds imbued with pity. And let no being ever suffer pain. Let them neither ail nor languish, never doing evil. May they have no fear nor suffer insults, and may their minds be ever free from sorrow. In monasteries, temples, and the like, may reading and reciting widely flourish. May harmony prevail among the Sangha, and may its purpose be all fulfilled. May ordained monks intent upon the practice find perfect places for retreat in solitude, abandon every regnant thought, and meditate with trained and serviceable minds. May nuns have all the wants supplied, may quarreling vindictiveness be strange to them. Let all who have embraced monastic life uphold a pure and unimpaired observance. May they feel regret when discipline is broken, and always may they strive to cleanse away the faults. May thus obtain a fortunate rebirth wherein to undertake unfailing discipline. May the wise and learned be revered and always be sustained by offerings. With minds suffused with purity, may their renown spread far and wide. May beings never languish in the lower realms. May pain and hardship be unknown to them. Enjoying more than godlike strength, beauty, may Buddhahood for them be swiftly gained. Again and yet again may sentient beings make offerings to all the Buddhas, and with Buddha's unimagined bliss may they enjoy undimmed and constant happiness. May all the bodhisattvas now fulfill the high intentions for the sake of beings, and sentient beings likewise now receive the good the Buddhas have in store for them. And may the Arhats and Pratika Buddhas at length attain the perfect happiness. And may I also through Manjushi's kindness reach the ground of perfect joy, and throughout the stream of all my lives embrace monastic ordination. Thus may I abide sustained by simple ordinary fare, and in all life obtain a dwelling place in perfect solitude. Whenever I desire to gaze on him, or put to him the exactest question, may I behold the unobstructed vision of Manchu Gosha, my protector. To satisfy the needs of beings dwelling in the 10 directions to the margins of the sky, may I reflect in every deed the perfect exploits of Manjushri. And now, as long as space endures, as long there are beings to be found, may I continue likewise to remain to drive away the sorrows of the world. The pains and sorrows of all wandering beings, may they ripen wholly on myself, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas bring about the happiness of beings. May the doctrine, only remedy for suffering, the source of every bliss and happiness, be nurtured and upheld with reverence, and throughout a vast continuance of time endure. And now to Manju Gosha I prostrate, whose kindness is the wellspring of my good intent, and to my virtuous friends I also bow, whose inspiration gave me strength to grow.
Tom Jin Jin Bala Sam Salon Tar Sanje Chom Dende Tene Te Jin She Ba Ra Chom Ba Yang Da Ba Zo Be San Ri Ba Dan Shab Su Den Ba De War Shi Ban Jik Din Chin Jivandarva Kalu Jurva Lanami Latamanam Jetun Ba Chum Den Deso Tene Te Yin Shikpa Te Dane Sunam Dage Jundum Give Zavanam Chu Mevzava Zubata Kerab De Jim Sonam je ter nam je bebji zangbo nam je te nam je me to je pa je re pan thong nam thong pa me pa te pe mu pa nam ba ga va shirap se je manu Tom nam la ze wa me pa sim chin tam che je tun ba san cho sen ba nam je ya pak ba kan za nam je jar nyang len de pe chon che ton ro wa nam je te hi shi pa de me pa po pa sam je me cha pa son nam bar ta yang yin pa ku se ta wen cho me shi pa ku song pa me tu pa ta ki ma gu pa zok ta ki nye war ma gu zok mi pa ta ta man de dong ha ta le nam pa cho wa phung bo na rab de cho wa ke nam ta ke dem那惊喜南当巴鲁巴南新的街，用手动瓦塔雷南巴卓西巴雷卓瓦丘沃雷嘎瓦一些用手做。ne pa tam ma zum pa tar ta tar som san je chom din de nam je yi shi la ne nyang la ne pa la men ne yang ta pa ni jen ta la ne pa sim chin tam che la zik sa la yo pa de da ne san je chom din de nam je ke che yon tin yang ta pa nam so te me tam be chu ne to mar ge par de ge wa ta mar ge dong zang bo chen zhe zang bo man de pa yong so zo yong so ta pa yong so sang Yom den de je chu lek par song ba yang tak pan thong wa ne mi tu che pa me pa nye war tun ba den thong wa la tung yu ke pa nam je so so rang ge re pa sa Yom den de je song be chun dro wa la lek par tun ba ni par yong Zupye san chok tun ro a se pa mem tun pa me jen du pa tang din pa yu pa jo che pa wo tek pa jen bu gen du ne lek pa sho pa rik pa sho chong pur sho pa tun pur sho pa tham mo jar ve u su jo sa sa ve u su chur pa so nam je par je shen yong yong so jong wa chen po jum pe ne so chur kun de yang jin be ne so chur chen po wo san je yong tin san me chap tam be chu jang san me chap pak pe gen du san me chap Samme chabla tezene nam paramin bang samme chab nam da shin de je var sho om gur ben zan neve te aho om sarva buddha bodhe sato bayo ben zan neve te aho Om Karma Deva Mandala Banza Nevede Aho Om Shri Dharma Pala Banza Nevede Aho O Hare Ti Soha O Hare Te Maha Banza Yachana Hara Har Sarva Pamba Malcham Sova O Acha Penda Ashibi Sova Etumbala Me Sanjirumbo Jobala Me Tanjirumbo Jambala Me Gwindurumbo Chomne kuncho samla chubo.
To the precious Buddha, unsurpassed teacher, to the precious sacred Dharma, unsurpassed refuge, to the precious Sangha, unsurpassed guide, we make offerings to the three rare and supreme objects of refuge.
We will resume at 1 p.m. Arizona time.